should be live. Welcome if you can hear me. If you can see this, let me know in the chat if you're live. I have to use the backup camera today because I'm using the nice one for something else. So let me know if you can see this. Bum, bum, bum. Or if the music is too loud. I'm trying to figure out. Should be live. Oh, I'm trying to figure out if it's how to do the music. What's up, y'all? How is it going? What's up, Ransacked? Hi, Mr. C&D. What's up, guys? Damn, can y'all see all this cat hair on my microphone? It is everywhere. Do you know how much time I spend picking cat hair off of my stuff before it ends up on camera? All over my mouse pad, too. What's up, guys? How are you? Oh, is that in the background there? Yes. Nice. Hazard Me, what's up, man? Welcome back. So we're gonna get started building the computer in about 5 minutes, talking about it. I thought we'd just hang out together. Did y'all see the new Lenovo Legion Go leak? Like, they actually confirmed like a price. Well, they didn't confirm it, but it got leaked. The price, the stats. Like, we were talking about it about 2 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah, all that stuff got leaked, and it's looking pretty crazy. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Nice. So yeah, to rival the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, this some pictures were released a few days ago, kind of showing off that, or I guess it was like over a week ago at this point, that the Lenovo Legion Go is the new handheld by Lenovo, and that it's going to have Joy-Con style controllers and a bigger screen, and that's pretty much all we knew. Yeah, Ransacked. Yeah, we'll get into that. I agree with you. They're confirming they're going to talk more about it September 1st, and it's going to be $799, which is a reasonable pricing, considering it is an 8.8-inch screen. That's insane. Literally almost 2 inches bigger than the ROG Ally, which is awesome. I feel like I didn't want people to just keep using 7. I like that people kind of went a bigger and above. And this is even bigger than something like the One X player, which is already pretty big. It's going to feature 1600p, 144Hz screen, variable refresh rate. Like, honestly, it's looking pretty good. To me, the ROG Ally is kind of like a better Steam Deck in a lot of ways. And now, but this doesn't seem like a better Steam Deck. It seems like it's doing a lot of things differently, so much so that it feels like almost like it's in a league of its own. Now, we don't know if it's going to do those things properly, but just the fact that they are actually trying to innovate in the space is awesome, and trying to go above and beyond. But yes, as Ransack said, they're actually, well, I don't know if it's official, but they have said that it's looking like it's going to be the same chip as the ROG Ally, right? You said they should have gone with a 7840U. Yeah. They are being stingy with space. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to do with cooling it. And so the ROG Ally, if it's running the same chip as the ROG Ally already has trouble at 1080p. How is this possibly going to be able to access 1600p 144 unless you're playing like cloud games or like really low indie games? Like, this thing's not playing that at it's not playing Cyberpunk at that. It's not. So it's like, Fan the Deck confirmed in the leak trailer that it is using the ROG Ally chip. Okay, yeah. So I think they are hoping, they're like, it's just good on paper. It's going to sound good on paper to have 144 1600p, but you're not playing Cyberpunk at that. You're just not. And so I think it's just nice to have, but because of the variable refresh rate, it's going to allow you more headroom to play with resolutions and to play with frame rates and what you want to shoot for. So it might be a little bit tinkering, but honestly, I like a bigger screen, and so 8.8 is like, sheesh, it's like crazy. I am like really excited for this thing. I really love the Joy-Cons. I actually do. Like that is something to me that I don't use very often on my Switch, but whenever I am able to, if you're with a friend, when you're with your spouse, and you just want to play some games real quick, you're waiting in line, you're traveling something, it's all together. You just take out the controllers, boom, you're playing a game together. You don't have to it's not something extra to carry along. It's attached. Like I really, really, really like that aspect of it. Mr. C&D, hello, hello. What's up? How are you? Good to see you again. I love seeing people I recognize in the chat. How are you? Good to see ya. We're just talking about Lenovo Vision Go. I think it's cool. Honestly, if looking at it right now, without knowing much about it, I would rather have this than the ROG Ally. ROG Ally is cool, but it's too much like the Steam Deck, and I want something more, something different. Pan, what's up, man? Have you tried Armored Core on the Steam Deck or the Ally? I'm thinking about picking up a Steam Deck for it. I haven't tried that yet. I'm sure someone has, though. You can YouTube it. There are a lot of really good YouTube channels who are like 99% dedicated to just trying out games on the Steam Deck. I'm not sure their actual names, but like basically any new game that comes out that's like a big name, they will buy it and they will test it, which is pretty sick. Ransack says, that's the one reason why I'm interested in it. Being able to turn it into a tablet sounds awesome. Sometimes I just want to watch TV or something, and both the Steam Deck and the Ally both suck at that. Yeah, exactly. This might actually be a better gaming tablet and less a handheld gaming PC, right? Which is what I actually want out of these devices, frankly. Like me, personally. That's what I want. So I can compile everything together. So that would be sweet. It's run buttery smooth on Linux, so it runs great on the Steam Deck too. Nice. Okay. Talking about Armored Core. Kush. What's up, Kush? How's it going? So, okay, so the Lenovo is going to run Windows 11. I'm cool with that. 1600p, there's no way. 2 detachable controllers. Type-C, 65 watt. I think we expected that. 2 speakers. Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth. Yeah, all that is pretty standard. But they did announce also, as an accessory, they're going to offer Legion glasses, which are like AR glasses. And we have some other players in that space from like Xreal and that other company who make AR glasses, and they reach out to a lot of Steam Deck YouTubers to test it because that is something that you could do with it. So it's cool that Lenovo is also getting into that space. Like, I'm very impressed, honestly, with these leaks. I am more impressed with Lenovo than I am with ROG Ally, because Asus coming out saying that they were making one was very cool, honestly, yes, but they just did a better Steam Deck in a lot of ways. Obviously, there's some ways that Steam Deck's better, but they just like, okay, let's take the Steam Deck, let's make this better, let's make this better, let's make this better, let's change this. This one looks like they started from the ground up, and they are actually trying to innovate, which is something that a lot of Chinese companies do better than others. They aren't afraid to innovate because it's less expensive for them to play with stuff, which is because of manufacturing stuff, and they have access to parts that are just simpler to create and like a very cheap and smart engineering workforce. There are some things that they are willing to do that other companies aren't. Oh my God, the AR glasses are going to be $500? Sheesh, that's expensive. That's even more expensive than like the Xreal ones. 1080 per eye. Okay. Micro OLED. I haven't tried these. I want to try them so bad. Kush has officially had their Steam Deck for 2 weeks. Been enjoying my deck recently. When's the PC build happening? In 2 minutes, dude. We're about to start. Yeah, just about to start the PC. Good, man. I'm glad you've been enjoying the Steam Deck. That's awesome. That is sick. Ransack said it's confirmed. If it's confirmed that you can use an eGPU on it, I might get it and skip buying the dock for the Ally. Yeah, I honestly, if they if they announce eGPU usage, like open source, like you could just use whatever you want and not have to use a proprietary thing. Like, I'm gonna keep my Ally because I make content on it. But if I wasn't a content creator, I would probably sell my Ally for this. It just looks that cool. It looks that good. It looks that interesting. But again, this is all in hindsight. Things can change at a moment's notice. But I'm very excited. It should be good. Can y'all hear the music? I have music playing, but I think it's too low. Can you hear it now? Let me know if it's too loud. Because I think building a computer might be a little boring, and so I want to make sure y'all have some music. You know, I still don't know how to work this. Is this it? Boom. Full screen. You can hear it. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Rantic says, I have the warranty at Best Buy. I would return mine, but I won't be able to cash out and use that money on Lenovo's site. Yeah. You know, it's crazy because I don't see a lot of people selling their Steam Decks on Facebook Marketplace, but I sure do see a lot of ROG Allies. Like, seriously, I'm blown away by how many people are returning or, like, selling their ROG Allies. I think it just wasn't what they expected it to be. It's not innovative enough to beat out the Steam Deck, or it's just another better one. And so I think people are just, I don't know, or maybe the Windows was too confusing. It's a good volume. Okay, cool. Cool. It's hard for me to tell. But okay, so yeah, so this camera is actually my backup webcam. That's why it looks so blue. Because I'm blown out by blue in this room. I got all my LEDs in the background. Things are kind of messy. Oh yeah, look, y'all can get this. So I moved all of my stuff into this room because I want to start shooting in here. And that is one of my lights up there that's pointing at the sky. And then I have some other lights back here to light up this kind of stuff. It looks really bad on this camera, but I promise in videos it'll look very cool. Kush says, oh, let's get that to me here. Kush says, I think the audience of the Steam Deck and Ally are different. I agree. It's clear the intended audience for both devices is about the same, but the actual audience is different. Yeah, so they're both handhelds, but different. Same, but different. Which isn't to say the ROG Ally is dead in the water. It definitely holds a purpose, and I do like it. But yeah, I mean, I just like innovative tech. I just do. Like I like things that are different, even if they're kind of wonky. So I'm gonna support Lenovo. It looks cool, and the fact that Lenovo has been backseat player for so long, just kind of been like, you know, making office PCs and laptops for the past 10, 15 years with like very little innovation outside of that. Like they've had some gaming stuff and their Legion stuff, which has been pretty good. Some of the Lenovo Legion stuff, like the laptops and desktops, are okay priced when they're on sale. So I think they're pretty good there. But in terms of like actual innovation, what else have they made recently? I mostly know them for like laptops, office laptops. So it's very cool to see them getting into new space. Yeah, Pan says, I guess I'll either wait to see if the Lenovo Go is worth the price or just go the 64 gig Steam Deck route and upgrade storage. Yeah, it's hard to say. At this point, Steam Deck's almost 2 years old. So it's really just, I think it's going to come down to, do you like the big screen of the Legion Go, or do you want Linux, right? So it's like little things like that, depending on quality of life and how you're going to use the device to see which one you pick if you can only afford one. I use my deck for mostly indie games. Yeah, me too. I don't really play Cyberpunk on it. I don't play Elden Ring. I mostly play Day of the Diver. I play indie stuff, and it's great for that, and I have no reason to upgrade. So like I have both a Steam Deck and a ROG Ally for content creation purposes. So it's hard for me to say which one I would pick, but if I already had a Steam Deck, I probably wouldn't buy a ROG Ally because it's just a little bit different. But it is hard to say. Okay, so I have some computer parts here. I want to get this thing going. Let's get it. We've been talking for 15 minutes. I've got 7 drinks here. Okay. So I got my good camera suspended above me. It's right out of frame. Right there. So I'm going to try to build it right here. That's the goal. The goal is to build the computer right here. Y'all couldn't even tell. Look, it's right in front of my face. Didn't even know. Let me see if I can go full screen. Pan says, I think the affordability and upgrade route on the lower end Steam Deck is far more tempting in my opinion, but it's just a wait and see. Yeah, it's just the best value. It's the best value in tech, in my opinion. So the computer we're going to be building today is not exactly $400, I think, but it's very, very close. And I want to see if y'all can guess some of the hardware we're working with. Which one? This one? No. Yeah, look at that. Bros, look at us. We've got... The chat is up there. We've got my stupid face in this corner. This is my desk area. Oh, man. I might make my face a little smaller. You don't need to see me. Look at that. And I think I'm going to switch to my headset mic so that I can walk around. Let me see. It's not going to sound as good. Test, test, test. Okay. So, the good mic is gone. We're now on the Corsair headset. Kush says, I like how a lot of companies release PCIe 4 into 2230 MEDs, but both the deck and the Ally only support 3.0. I thought the Ally supported 4. I think the Ally does support Gen 4. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, going forward, well, because it's just for gaming. I think if Lenovo is going to come out and say that this is a tablet, that this is something you can do for work, that this is a home server, this is like a home computer, I think it definitely needs to have Gen 4. But if it's just for gaming, what's the difference? Let's be honest. I can hear you better on the headset mic. It's probably because I have it very loud. Was I too quiet? Is it too loud? Okay, yeah, I need to adjust my volume. Okay, yes. Today we're building a $400 gaming PC. Not everything is new. I will say the GPU is used, and I got some really good deals around Micro Center, around Amazon, and yeah, so not everything is new, but it's about 400, I'm going to say. Kush is saying, I'm guessing a 5600G based rig or 12100F, 6500 XT, or maybe 6400. Okay. You're kind of in the right space. It's not that good, though. $400, I don't know. I don't know how a 5600G system without a GPU could be done, for sure. A 3600, you're much closer. Much closer with that. Much closer. Okay, so to start off, yes, you are actually correct. Let me light this up. That's way too dark. Here. Boom. Okay, there we go. So yes, we are starting with the Ryzen 5 3600. Correct. Well done. So this is a little bit older CPU, but it was on sale at Micro Center. That's always how it works. You just buy stuff on sale. And honestly, the 3600 is a good enough chip. It's still very good, still very popular. It has 6 cores, 12 threads, which is crazy considering how old it is. It's from like, what, 2017, I think, at this point. It's got a 4.2 gigahertz maximum boost, a 3.6 gigahertz base. Comes with a cooler. And the cooler is actually good. It's just so solid. It's such a solid CPU that I still use all the time. But we aren't going to use the cooler today. We could use the cooler to keep it cheap, but you know what? I like some aesthetics. Please tell me the PSU is at least good quality. No, we don't use good quality PSUs here. We use garbage, all right? I found it in the trash can. Yes, PSU is good. Let's see if we can get a better look at this. Will it focus? Oh. Kind of. It's just a really bright. I have a lot of lights here. The Ryzen 5 3600. Classic CPU. Been seeing a lot of 650 watt high power 80 plus gold PSUs going on eBay for like 30 to 45. That's pretty good deals, but they're just used. I don't know how I feel about buying used CPUs. Or, sorry, used PSUs. Alright, we got that. Motherboard. What motherboard are we thinking? What motherboard? So this was on sale. I think this sells for like $90 at Micro Center, and I used a $25 coupon to bring it down to $65. So this was basically a $65 CPU, which, you know, there are better deals, but I was there, and then my coupon wouldn't work on something else, so I kind of like it. What motherboard are we thinking? So it's going to be AM4. We've learned that. There's so much cat hair here. It's AM4. I'm guessing A520M HDV. You're very close. Or a B450M DS3H Wi-Fi. I actually do love that motherboard. I use it all the time. The B450M. A520M, yeah. It's in the thumbnail, so yeah. You got it. So I generally don't like to use A520, A320 boards because they're just not as good. I would much rather have a B450 or a B550. But this one was at enough of a discount on Amazon where it made sense, right? And so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's just in terms of upgradability, you're probably not going to be upgrading to a 5800 X3D just because it's only 2 RAM slots. The VRM cooling might not be sufficient. But this is a dead platform. So I feel like if you're buying something like this, the next computer you buy will probably be AM5. So it's just like a hold you down. But it's still good enough to have Gen 4 PCIe support. We've got, does this have Wi-Fi? No, this doesn't have Wi-Fi. But it's good enough to have 2 RAM slots, NVMe support. It just works. Nothing fancy. So it's not like it's not as bare bones as like the H610, but it's not as fancy as like a B550. Intel Arc GPU, no. It's a good guess. It's a good guess. The A520 chipset's only Gen 3. Okay, that's what I meant. You're right. You are right. It is only Gen 3, but that's okay. Like I said, this is a budget build. Did I say Gen 4? I bought a Gen 3 SSD, so I don't know why I would say Gen 4. Is this in focus? Okay, yes. Can I get closer? Here we go. Whoa, we're getting real close today. All right. I guess I can just move this. Boom, look at this. Let's get the CPU in already. Y'all are gonna love how I handle CPUs, man. I am so rough with them. I just do a drip drop, plip plop, focus. Focus. There we go. I think this light is a little bit too bright. That might be what was happening. I don't think we need that bright. Yeah. That's too bright. We can live in a little bit of darkness. Come on. Then I don't want direct. Okay. That's as good as it's gonna get. Did you see the Strix 6600 XTX going for just $190 at Micro Center a couple weeks ago? I did it? I did not see that. That's cool. I like Strix. I like Strix stuff. That's as good as it's gonna get, boys. Okay. SSD. What are we thinking? I already said it was Gen 3, and it was in the thumbnail, so I'm sure you already saw it. But we think it's a very cheap build. You think I cheaped out on the damn? Did I cheap out on the SSD? Could have been a 2.5. Could have been Gen 3. Maybe it's 128 gigs. Was the board on sale? Curious as to why you went micro ITX unless you are making a mini PC. So this actually isn't micro ATX. This is, oh, I'm sorry. This is not micro ITX. This is a micro ATX. So I'm not doing a tiny build, but we are doing a MATX build. And this board was on sale. This was actually on sale brand new from Amazon for only 50 bucks. And so there's some boards you can get for a little bit more. So like if I wanted a B450M DS3H Wi-Fi, it's like 80 bucks on Amazon. So I'd say if you're building this and you have the extra 30 to spare, I think it might be worth it. But this was like a one-time sale, so I thought I'd pick it up. And yeah, I'm not building a micro ITX build, but this is a micro ATX build, yeah, because I love micro ATX builds. You know, the days of this might just be my opinion. The days of ATX motherboards is dead. For most people, we don't need that much expansion. For most people. Well, that's a good deal, good enough for Ryzen 2. Yeah, totally. $50, I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be perfect for the 3060 or 3600 rather. So, yeah. I don't like ATX motherboards anymore because we don't need that much expansion. It's all it is taking up space. So unless you are someone who needs the expansion, so like you want to add Wi-Fi, you want to add a capture card, you want to add more USB slots. You know, for some people it makes a lot of sense, but I would say it's only like 5% of people. Most people, the Wi-Fi is already built into the motherboard, and they're not going to need any expansion. So, do you want your case to be 6 inches taller because you decided to get an ATX motherboard? But that's just for me. That's my opinion. For most people, it could be. Like Ransack, he says he needs it. That's cool. Then you do you. Gaben, yo, really love the channel. Man, shorts and TikToks have been awesome. Thank you, man. I see you in the comment section of the shorts. I appreciate it. I've been putting in a lot of work on them, trying to just pump out what I can. I'm learning a lot on how to edit them. It's difficult. I don't know what I'm doing. Of course y'all love ATX. Y'all are nerds watching someone build a computer online. For you, you're gonna love ATX. Like, I get that. But for most people, most hobbyists or normal people who aren't super enthusiast about it, I think that they're gonna be okay with an MATX. Yeah, I love expansion. Hate me. I get it. You guys are gonna love ATX. I absolutely agree with that. I like ATX builds because I have more room for my hands. That too. I can understand that. It is kind of tight in there. MLG boy 555. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, yes, but for me, I think ATX is dying. I think MATX is the new way to go unless you want or need expansion. Like you guys, yes, you're definitely like it. I understand that. I would say the normie on the street, 90% of them would they would rather have an MATX case than have a few more PCIe slots. So was I right in saying it was using a Ryzen 5 3600 and RX 6600? No, you are not right. That's not the GPU I picked. YouTube rate limiting me, so I had to switch to my alt. Okay, gotcha. Yes, so no, you are not right. It is not a 6600 GPU, but we'll get into it. But you did get the Ryzen 5 3600 correct. That is right. So with the, let's see if we can focus. Come on. Here, I'm going to be a beauty vlogger. Boom! For the SSD, we have the Intel 670p series 1 terabyte. And I'm sure if you are on Build a PC sales or anything like that, you already recognize this drive. This is a Gen 3, I think it's DRAM-less. A Gen 3 SSD that is quite popular. It keeps going on sale. This is the 1 terabyte version, and this was only for $35, which is crazy. $35 for a Gen 3 SSD that is pretty high up on the tier list. People seem to like this. I think they think it's the best price per dollar. I think it's a QLC, maybe not DRAM-less. I don't know. It's pretty. People like it. Yeah, 1 terabyte. Because like this is only $35. The 512 gig version was $25. I'm like, double the storage for $10. Man, that just makes sense. I think you're crazy if you don't do it. Can my big thing undo this one? It can. No, it cannot. Let's see. I need my baby. This one. My baby bit. Could have gone for the Spatium 1 terabyte. That's like $28. Yeah, I could have, but I like this one. I have a lot of good experience with the Intel ones, and I think they do pretty good. Like again, it's not all about bottom dollar. This is meant to be a system that people might actually use, and the Spatium ones and the Solidigm ones are pretty good, but I like Intel, and it was on sale. I hate these tiny little baby screws. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna destroy this board by the time I'm done with it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why won't it go in? I'm about to just use my hands, guys. Go. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. That was getting scary. Solidigm is legit the same company made Intel's. Hey, I know. I know. That's what I'm saying. I could have gone with them, and they'd be just fine. Just fine. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with the Intel. Nothing wrong with Solidigm. Nothing wrong with Spatium. Don't cheap out on random SSDs. I lost data on one. Yeah. But these are all good companies. Solidigm, Spatium, even like Lexar. Some of these like maybe like smaller. I wouldn't say they're no name, but they are fine. So yes, the 1 terabyte Gen 3 SSD. I am very, very happy with it. For RAM, Etherxals, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? We're building a PC today. We are building a PC. I'm trying to keep it $40. So yes, the motherboard is $50, CPU was $65, and then the SSD was $35. So keep a running tally. I know I did it earlier. It should be around 400 or maybe like 410. I'm surprised you went for an aftermarket cooler on this budget. Yeah, I thought about it too, but honestly, so this PC is being built to sell. I'm probably gonna sell it, and so spending an extra $20 on a cooler, for some people, it's the difference between I want to buy that computer and I don't, because when they see the stock Intel or the stock AMD cooler, they think cheap, they think budget, right? And so I think $20 is a small price to pay for really good looks. So I'm hoping this looks good, and I'm hoping it's worth the $20. Could have gone stock cooler, yeah. Yeah, I understand. For a better GPU or a better motherboard or PSU, I know. And that's why like people can kind of take these ideas and make tweaks themselves. So like for me, if I was going to build this for myself, I would probably spend that money on the motherboard and get a B550 one, or maybe get more storage, or depending on what I was going to use it for, if it was a home server or if it was like a secondary computer. So always use your own brain whenever you're like looking at people build PCs. That's like the best part about custom building, right? That you get to make those choices. And I know you guys are smart enough. You guys are turbo nerds watching me build it, so I know y'all are smart enough to make those decisions yourself. And hopefully, but anyone watching who isn't a turbo nerd, and maybe this is your first time watching someone, check out the chat, because these guys know what they're talking about. You know, there's never a right or a wrong thing to build, but there's always other alternatives. So check out chat, like they know what they're doing. Usually for budget rigs I sell, you could spray paint the stock cooler and make it look nicer. Yeah. Wraith cooler is not cheap. It does a great job cooling for a freebie. Yeah, I agree. No, dude, I totally agree. I'm telling you. I am all for the Wraith stealth cooler. I think they're great. Seriously. And if it was for me, I would keep it. I think they do a great job. It's all about looks. Even spraying it white, to me, or like spraying it a different color, to me that just is like trying to cover up something that's free. You know what I mean? But if it was like my computer sitting in my room, no problem. And I have spray painted them before, and I think it looks kind of nice. But you know how it is. Technica Vivint, what fun are we having tonight? What's up, man? Good to see you. We are building a very cheap computer, going very slow. We've got the RAM, or no, we've got the motherboard, we've got the CPU, and we've got the SSD so far. So we're doing pretty good on pricing. For the RAM, yes, I could have chosen those, what is that? The Silicon Power 3200 megahertz 16 gigs DDR4 RAM. It's only $30 on Amazon. I've used them in a lot of stuff. They perform great. I've had no issues with them. They're just kind of classic, but again, I want this thing to sell. I spent a few more dollars, so I got first of all, and we have AMD, so AMD always loves faster RAM. So 3200 would have been fine, but let's kick it to 3600. And I wanted RGB, so you know how it is. So I got the Patriot Viper Steel RGB gaming 16 gigs DDR4 3600 megahertz. These look pretty good actually. If you look at this packaging, it screams cheap. I feel like the packaging screams cheap, but the RAM inside is very good. I like Patriot. I like their RAM. I think they're doing good. I usually get the Johnsvo CR1200 cooler for like $8 from Ali. RGB tower cooler that cools better than stock cooler. Nice. I'm trying to build my first PC. This is from Ethric Souls. My budget is $600. What graphics card and power supply should I get? Man, $600. Power supply, it's hard to say. I don't know what country you live in. It's different. Yeah, that guy came in and seems to know what he's talking about. For $600, it's hard to say if you want to buy a used GPU, if you want to buy a used power supply. I think you could get a pretty good... You probably get a 3060 or a 3060 Ti if you're buying used in America. Or if you want AMD, you could probably get a 6650 XT, maybe even a 6700 XT if you're lucky. Those are both great cards in that price range. Power supplies are all over the place. I don't know. They're just going crazy right now. I have not been able to find a good like power supply. Are they like out of stock? I feel like most of them are out of stock. Really hard to get a good power supply. And you know what's funny, Ethric Souls, I actually have a $600 computer build coming out this week, and it features a 6700 XT. So get subscribed, maybe that'll help you out. But I did get kind of a good deal on the card, so that might not be. Yeah, you can try the Build a PC Discord. Hyper 212 Evo is the go-to aftermarket cooler for something in this price range. I don't know, man. I think Hyper 212 fell off. It was the GOAT for like 10 years, and then it's not like it got worse. It's just that the price crept up and some new players joined in. So like there are a bunch of people from like ID Cooling, Thermaltake. There's like 3 or 4 companies that are now making like really good 4 and 5 pipe aftermarket coolers for like $17 to $25. You know, the 212 is cool because I like the clip-on fan. I think it's really easy to install, but I don't know if it's worth the extra money, the extra $5. But you know, yeah, the Thermaltake Assassin is like 15. Yeah, Thermaltake Assassin is one of those that I was talking about. It's pretty cheap. They do pretty good. So for the RAM, 2 RAMs, RGB, 3600 RGB. Again, I wish this had 4 slots for future expansion, but realistically, if you're buying this, you're probably not gonna upgrade it. Oh, I should have put links to everything in the description. I'll do it later. All right. Man, this camera loves to get out of focus. Anytime I move, I should have just set the focus instead of having it variable. I don't know if it's outdated. Hyper 212 Evo is still a very good CPU. It's just crept up in price over the years, or a CPU cooler. It's just crept up in price, so still very good. But now there's a lot more players in the game. Gavin says, my dad's a doctor and he tells me you look really young. He wants to know if you've been sleeping well your entire life. That is super nice, bro, honestly. Super nice. And my answer is no, actually. I'm a horrible sleeper. Like, I have horrible sleeping issues, and I think the camera is making me look young, but if you look really close, I have very big bags under my eyes because of my sleeping issues. So thanks to your dad, he seems super nice. That's a very nice thing to say, but no, I don't sleep well. I might look young just because, I don't know, I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt and I have a headset on, but appreciate it. The amazing Patrick! Yo, what's up, man? What is up? Okay, what else are we missing? We've got all of this. The power supply. So power supplies are hard to get nowadays. They're all over the place. So I grabbed what the best I could do for the price. This is the thermaltake. I think it's called the Tough Power GX2 600 watt. I generally you could go with something like the BM2 from thermaltake. That's out of stock. You can go with EVGA, some of the BR series, out of stock. Everything's out of stock. This was the only one I can get that would keep us within the price range. So I had to get this from Amazon Warehouse for 50 bucks. That's not it's a better deal than normal, but it's not a great deal. But it came in its original packaging. It looked brand new. I don't think it was actually used. I think it was just a return. So 50 bucks, that's what we're going to do. This is a tier C on the tier list. So for $400, I think that's actually above what we need. If you want to go cheaper, honestly, I'm okay with thermaltake, like 430 watt, 500 watt power supplies for like 30 bucks. If they're on sale, I say go for it. I know they're on the F tier, D tier, whatever. But again, this is a very cheap computer. It might be worth risking the few bucks. Up to you. But I know I have to get stuff like this or people yell at me. So that's what it is. So 50 bucks, that's what we're doing. Not bad. Could be better. I don't know what's going on with power supplies. I think we're having a shortage. Fun fact, caffeine serum is great for the under eye. You know, it's weird because I drink a lot of caffeine. And it's the serum in this is not helping me even. It's not. I know what you mean though. I guess there's like some kind of caffeine liquid you can put on your eyes. Maybe I'll check it out. I just know sometimes in the right lighting, I look like death because I have a very dominant brow. And so the shadows come out over my eyes because of it. And so sometimes in the right light, my eyes are blacked out in shadow. And so it's like, I could play a very good villain in a movie, I feel like. PSUs are not something to buy used. That's up to you. Some people think it's okay. This was used technically because it was a return, but it came in its original packaging and it wasn't open, so I think it just got returned. So I would say maybe it wasn't used. I don't know. I think used power supplies are okay. Maybe if it's like 10 years old, I wouldn't buy it, but if it's like 6 months, 1 year, maybe even 2 years old, depending on the build quality and the amount of discount you're getting, I personally think it might be okay if you trust the seller, but up to you. You know, maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I haven't checked out budget coolers in a minute. I just knew the 212 had been around for ages. Yeah, 212 is a classic. My PC I built in 2014, I think. It had a 212, and that just shows like it's been around for so long. And it was like the GOAT back then. Like it just made so much sense to get the 212. Everyone had the 212, which made sense. It was pretty good. Okay. Technical Vivint says same. I get a lot of pigmentation under the eye, so they look purple a lot, and it helps. Okay, cool. I'll check it out, man. My wife would love that. I bet she would love it. For cooling this bad boy, boom, the SE224 XTS White. So 212 would have been great. The Thermalright Assassin would have been great. The AMD stock cooler would have been great. All great. I like this one. This was on sale for like $19, $20, something like that. ID Cooling, they just sell budget stuff, and it works great. I've tested these so many times on many different ones, and I would say you don't need to buy any more expensive unless you're going like i9, Ryzen 9, or something like something that's so expensive that you shouldn't be skimping on the cooler at that point anyway. But up until that point, these are great, and I think they look pretty good too. Technical Vivint says, PSUs I trust these days, storage not so much unless you can get proper info. Yeah, very true. And they can change the info sometimes too. I recently built a rig for a friend for just $400 with a 5500 and a 5700 XP. Performs quite well. Nice. That's a good deal. And I was actually going to go that route. A 5500 I was very close to ordering. And if I didn't get the coupon, I probably would have went that route. Ooh, we're way too close here. Let me back up. And if I didn't get the discount, I probably would have gone that route. We got the stock white. Oh, I love white components. I don't know why. I think it looks so cool. To me, black components is the new beige. Like, you know, back in the 90s and 2000s, everything was beige. And so now when I see black components, I just think beige. Oh, and this one, even the top is white too. That's so nice. So yeah, we've got 4 heat pipes, just a classic cooler. Nothing to hate, nothing to love. But it works perfectly, and it looks good enough. Da, da. I really like ID Cooling. I think my 360mm rad is from them. Oh, nice. I didn't know they made ones that big. I know they sell a 240mm rad that is like $55 or something. It's just crazy well priced. And I've used it in the past, and it worked really good. I didn't know they sold ones that big. Very cool. Bang. And now's the part where I pull out a bunch of stuff and dump it on the table and just organize it. So many fans. We don't need this. Wait, do we? No. We're doing AM4. Don't need this. We don't need LGA. We already have a backplate. We do need these. Which one is AM4? I think it's the smaller ones. Are these labeled? Quick, which one's AM4? One of them's AM5, one's AM4. Should have made the fins white. All of this. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I agree. That would be very cool if this was all white. And I've actually considered spray painting it, but I don't know if it's good for it. But yeah, if this was all white, that would be so sick. That looks so nice. A thermaltake also has a white cooler, to be fair. It's cheaper, it has better included paste, better fan, better mounting mechanism too. Meh. I like this one. Are you in a USA, K-Man? That is not necessary. We've got our ID cooling paste here. This is looking that way. Install our little fan. This is my least favorite part of a build. I don't know what it is. I always somehow end up scratching myself when I work with heat sinks. Like I will have, this is not from that, this is from something else. But I will almost always like have a gash somewhere, and I don't know how. Every time I touch a heatsink, I cut myself. 3060 would be good too if you got a good price on it. Yeah. 3060 would be awesome for that $600 build. I'm in the UK. Yeah, gotcha. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the stuff you're saying isn't wrong, but prices change like depending on where you are. And those Cooler Master ones aren't as cheap here sometimes. And just like it's all about like where you live, what things cost, if they go in and out of stock. So it's cool to have a perspective from the UK because I have no idea what's going on in the UK. And that's why when people come in saying like, what's a good, GPU used in this budget? I'm like, well, what country do you live in? That changes everything. Like GPU prices are crazy depending where you live. Is this the right? Are these all the same? It felt kind of big there. I hate this kind of thing. I hate doing this. This is my least favorite part. Having to stretch this stupid thing. I know some people think it's so simple. I know, guys. I like that they give you 2 extra ones in case you want to slap another fan on there. And honestly, I might have a backup one of these. Maybe we slap it on for fun and just give it this like humongous cooler. Do dual fans on this 3600, which is so unnecessary. But that would be kind of funny. What do y'all think? Should we add another fan if I have it? If I have another ID cooling? Let me see if I have one. That would be kind of funny. Let's see. I might have a backup one. Sometimes I keep... Oh, wait. No, I have a thermaltake. It has to be an ID cooling one to match. You know what? Here, this is what we're going to do. So, are these even RGB? Yes. Okay. Here's what we're doing. 3060 is like 26288 online. Nice. Got rate limited again. What is rate limit? It means you can only post so much? I've never heard of a rate limit thing. What is that? Are you banned? I comment and stuff all the time. I've never gotten rate limited. Is that something I can do on my end? Yeah, let me know. I don't know. That's weird. Or is that like a UK thing? So, I want to do 2 fans, but I don't have 2 ID cooling ones. But I do have 2 Thermalrite ones. So we're going to take off this ID cooling one, and we're going to throw in the 2 Thermalrite RGB ones. I hate this. I hate this. Come on. Oh, now you want to stay on. There we go. And so then the ID cooling will go in my reserves. And we'll have a nice little Thermalrite computer. Oh wait, I can't even put these on. What am I doing? I have to install this first. Because I can't install in this cooler. Well, I'm glad I took it off then. Yeah, I've not seen it on YouTube before, but definitely on Twitter. I'm not banned, it's just YouTube for some reason limits the amount of chats you can do. Also remember to peel. Yes, I will never forget to peel. That's interesting. I've never seen them limit the amount of chats you can do. I've never seen that. Very strange. Okay, yes. We need to install this first before we put the fans on. And yes, need to peel. Who here has forgotten to peel? Be honest. Who here has forgotten to peel, installed it, and thought, oh man, I'm an idiot? I've done it once. And I've made probably 100 PCs at this point, and I've done it once, and I felt very stupid. Not to say I haven't made other mistakes, because I certainly have. So I'm just going to release these, I forget what this is called, the things holding down the back plate so I can get this installed. And of course it's focusing on my hand and not the computer. Come on. Nope. It's just the way it's going to be. Come on. Never? Man, smart guy. I did once when I was very young. Alright. Got these guys out. Also remember to have a magnetic parts tray. These are like $2 on Micro Center or like $7 online. Totally recommend. They're very nice for keeping things nice and clean. I guess I should put these in first. You know, I used to hate installing CPU coolers, but now that I've done so many, I think they are kind of... I hate doing the fan. I hate turning on the fan, but this part I actually don't mind anymore. I think it's kind of relaxing. I don't think I have to, but I tend to yank the pre-applied paste off a lot of those heat sinks, so I think that has prevented from me a lot. Ah, I see. Is this AM4? No. That's not. This is AM4. And it goes out. Yes. The long one is AM4. I actually haven't worked with AM5. I just assumed this was AM5. But I haven't worked with it yet. I'm waiting for prices to come down. But it does seem very cool. Okay. Get that on, then I'm going to use my screwdriver in a second once I get these kind of in place. Oh, if anybody's asking, I have my static wrist bracelet on my my ankle, so don't. And I have it plugged into a power supply that's plugged in, so I'm like totally grounded. It's all under the table. You guys can't see it though, but it trust me, it exists. I've yanked many AM4 CPUs out of their socket when trying to mount the cooler. That I also have done. That I've also done. And I'm glad none of them broke. I think that's a rite of passage. Especially when the paste is just so sticky. Alright. Can you get a focus? Can I bring this in a little bit? Hey, look at that. Still so blurry. Oh, because it's focusing on the RAM. Focus here. Next time I'm going to get a variable I'm just gonna lock the focus next time because this is a nightmare. Sorry guys. Again, I'm not a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Have I seen FSR 3 news? It seems like a game changer on the deck. Yes. I think FSR is going to be awesome for handhelds because we don't care about maximum performance. We just want it to look good. So I think FSR could be very helpful. When people say FSR is cheating, go touch grass. Like, honestly. It's cheating for people who are, like, competing for, like, the highest performance on their 4090s. But for everyone else, it is a cheat code. It is a life hack. Like, free performance. That's it. It's all you have to say. Free performance. Like, what else could you want? What is the problem? It's cheating. Ransacked. That is just foolish. Foolish. Alright, so the ID cooling, thermal paste is going on. The old adage of just a pea-sized drop is outdated. I like to do maybe 2 peas. It looks like a lot on the camera, but trust me, it's not that much. Then we put this bad boy right on top. Line up everything. Let me bring this out. Line that up. And then screw it down. FSR is cheating. It's cheating, bro. Back in my day, we had to use actual hardware to make our PC go brr. Now you guys can just use software. It's cheating. By the way, don't wear shoes if you ever go running, because that's cheating. You need to do it barefoot. This is not screwing in. Come on. Latch. There we go. Yeah, just go barefoot. Most games can't run on native 4K, even with the 4090 at high frame rates, unless you turn on graphics down. Yeah, exactly. But what if you had FSR? Maybe you could run it at that. Final reminder to peel. I peeled, bro. I peeled. I promise. I peeled so hard. I peeled early, bro. FSR 3 only works well on above 60 FPS, to be fair. That's fine. But what if it is a game that isn't running at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck? So what, you can't use FSR to get it up to 60? So maybe it would be great on the ROG Ally then. Okay. Now we can get our Thermalright fans on here. Just adding more cables. Where did I even get these, man? These must have came from a case or something. Like, I just had them lying around. Okay. Let's see. Need to give it the old turn-a-rooney. Alrighty. We've got one, boys. Let's go for 2. So we are merely putting on 2 fans because I think it looks cool. That's pretty much the only reason. We don't really need 2 fans. This is not really going to help performance. It will help push air out, but it's not like we're going to unlock some super secret frame rate by doing this. This is merely because I think it looks cool. And it's fun to do things on the fly when you can. I don't need 4K games. Give me high refresh rates at 1440p, said by Ransacked. Yeah, I agree. I think 4K is fine, but I'd rather have a high refresh rate. Although I have been playing Baldur's Gate a lot, and I have been playing it at 4K because I tried it at 2K or 1440p with a higher refresh rate, and I felt that it did not make the game more fun. I felt like that was the kind of game that a high refresh rate did not assist it. So I actually I went up to 4K and brought down the FPS. And I found that made it way more enjoyable for me. But I'd say for most games, 95%, yeah, I would rather have a high refresh rate and a lower resolution if I have to. Oh, you're right. I'm not even thinking. I need to flip this guy around. Man, you are right. You are right. What am I thinking? Not this one. I want air to come in through here and come out through there. So I need to flip this one around. Thank you. Good reminder. See, this is why I have you guys here. This is why I have you guys here. To help me when I'm not paying attention. Good call, good call. See, we're building this PC together, guys. Y'all are here to fact check me. Come on. Nice. Okay. Good call, good call, good call. Going to have room for the GPU. We should be okay. Luckily, the GPU does not come up into the CPU area. Let me get these fans straightened out a little bit. They're kind of wonky. Good enough for now. I'll fix it before I sell it. Okay, look at that. Double. And so we want the air to come in through this way and then exit out this way. So that's why this is here. So we go. External Xthrils says, what should I be using, HDMI or DisplayPort? I mean, ideally DisplayPort, because it's just easier to get higher refresh rates, unless you're using HDMI 2.1 or something. So yeah, if you can, I'd say DisplayPort. Nice. Yeah, for sure, man. That's why we're here. That's why we are all here. This is looking pretty good so far, except for the crooked fan. Oh, it's much lower. Dang, why did I install it so low? Let's move it up a little bit. I want it to match the other one. Come on. Go up. Okay, let's match it with that one. I haven't built a 2-fan one in a very long time, so this was nice. It's been like over a year. I usually just do one. Jason Media Group when? We need to get Jason sponsored so he can get a 4090s. Yes, bro, please. That's... You're not far off, Ransacked. I have been sponsored a few times, but the problem... And they've all been great, like honestly, great to work with. But the problem is that the stuff they want to sell are like $20 docks for the Steam Deck, right? And I've had some companies say like, hey, you wanna feature our product on your channel? And I'm like, maybe. What are you thinking? They go, how about we give you this $15 little crappy thing we sell, and that will be the exchange. And so, no, I don't want your crappy crap. But if it was a 4090, maybe I want that crappy crap. You know what I mean? If it was something I would actually bring value to me, not just some USB hub, not something like that, that would be fantastic. So yes, a GPU, if we can get like a Corsair or Asus to sponsor the channel, or even just to send me something free that I can make, if I can make content with it, that would be very cool. Like that's the idea. Not a $12 hub, or let me see, like I'm trying to think of something that I have that, like this. Like this works fine. Oh, here we go. This works fine. This is just a USB-C or a USB-A SD card reader. But why would I want this on the channel? And why would they think that this is good enough to send to make it an even exchange? That I would showcase their product in exchange for the product. But this is like a $12 little thing. Now, I bought this myself, years ago. So I'm not saying they sent this, but I'm saying like this kind of thing. Like they think that that's okay, and I don't personally. But yeah, that would be sick if I can get some more sponsors to send some cool stuff and make some cool content. That's the dream. That's the dream, baby. Okay, so GPU. I think someone guessed the GPU. I'd only buy it to support you, to be honest, but I'll probably go in the trash or sit in my cable tub. I appreciate Ransack, but don't buy it. Don't buy something to support. Like honestly, everything you buy, even if it's like sponsoring me or like buy things that bring you value. Like I appreciate the support, I honestly do, but I'm all for saving money and making good decisions. So buy things that support you and support your family and bring value to your life, and don't let it go in the trash. So I appreciate that, but don't do it. Okay, GPU. Someone guessed it already. Who guessed the GPU already? Someone said it. Give me some guesses on what we think the GPU is, and I'll bust it out. I bought it. So for reference, I bought it used. I bought it on eBay for $120 or maybe $115, something like that. It's not the 6600. It's not the 6600 XT. It is not a GTX 1080. Not a 5600 ransacked. It's a good idea. 2060, 1080 Ti, 5700 XT, or 6600. You can't just guess four things, man. Or 1080. I was considering the 1080. I was considering the 1080 Ti, but I got a good deal on this because I made an offer and they accepted it. So, yes, you guessed it. You done guessed it. It is the XFX Radeon RX 5700 XT. Yep, you guessed it. $120 right here for an 8 gig card. The 5700 XT, according to Tom's hardware hierarchy, is above a GTX 1080 Ti. And I have used them in the past, and yeah, they're very good. For $120, 5700 XT right now is some of the best value in the game at this price point. And then I'd say at the little above price point, the 6700 XT is great. And then below this, the RX 588 gig is also great. All great. Yeah, I'm rocking a 5700 XT in my main rig paired with an 11400F. Nice. Classic combo. And this came with the full box. This came nicely packaged. Aries EMS donating $5. Thank you, dude. You didn't have to do that. Seriously. Thank you so much. He says, rather support streamers directly. Thank you. That's so nice of you. I've actually never gotten a donation before, so thank you. That's awesome. I need I need to have something that like pops up on screen that like does like gunshots. It says thank you. So thank you, dude. That's so nice of you. Seriously, that's so awesome. I've never gotten a donation before. You're super nice. You guys are super nice. I didn't know you can get this for 400. The whole computer, yes, for 400, not just the GPU. GPU is 120. So we're getting pretty close. But this one, Aries, thank you again, man. Thank you so much. You're so nice. But yes, this came. Look at this. This is like original packaging and everything. This is crazy. This looks. He kept good care of this card. Oh, it's a chunky boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Look how thick it is. Oh my god. This is super thick. I had no idea. The cooling on this is crazy. This is chunky. Oh my gosh. Will this fit? That's what she said. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. I had no idea it was this big. This is my first time opening it. Let me see. I have an RX 580 that we can compare it to for size. So the 580 is a great card otherwise. Here we go. So this is an RX. That's why I've had to get enough room for it. We should. So this is an RX 580 from MSI, which is kind of like their, a normal priced 580. Here is the Chunky Boy 5700 XT. Okay, they look pretty similar, right? Like kind of same dimensions. Now we go to the Z-axis. Guys, this is you? This is the guy she told you not to worry about, okay? Oh my god. Is this only 8-pin? No, this is definitely not 8-pin. That's an 8 and a 6, and this is only 8. Can y'all see the difference? I think the lighting is kind of making it hard. I want to... Look at this. Oh, it's so chunky. This thing is beefy. That's awesome. I hope it fits. That's the same unit you have? Nice. I didn't look at the unit before I bought it. I just saw a good deal and I just like, I'm like, alright. But man, that's awesome. It makes the computer look great. I wonder if I could, because we've got a white build going here. So I wonder if I could take off this shroud and paint it white. Or the back plate. Nah, I'm not doing that. That's too much work. You versus your wife's boyfriend? Dude, true. This is your wife's boyfriend. That is awesome. But yes, 5700 XT. Great card. Fantastic performance. And with all this cooling, geez, the dual heat sinks, I think we're going to be in a good place. This thing is going to pump. 5700 XT, 8 gig. Yeah, this is it, man. So this is the power to rival a 1080 Ti. This seems overkill for the same price as a Steam Deck. That's, yes, but you have to remember, this doesn't have a battery. This is not portable. This doesn't come with a controller, monitor, keyboard, okay? So yes, in terms of power, yes, you can definitely have more power in a custom PC, especially if you use some used parts. But you cannot take this out on an airplane. That's, you know what I mean? Steam Deck has a lot of value outside of just performance. If you want performance, no, Steam Deck's not it. This is it. Big up the raw to 5700 XT. Yeah, dude, this is. Whew. I'm blushing seeing this big boy. It's heavy too. Okay. So, for cases, that's the last thing, right? That's all we have left. For case, I don't know if I even have enough room to bring it up on the desk, but I'm gonna do my best, guys. Let me get some room here. Okay. Let me get this stuff off so I can talk about the case. You can if you had straps to it. Bruh, you know I love straps, ransacked. Okay. Ugh. This is the case we got. Hey, it kind of fits. Whew. So, this is the case we got. I actually got this for $40, but that was with a coupon. It's originally $60, free shipping, $60, and no tax actually. So this was $40 flat with shipping, no tax, all that stuff together. So this is great. Aries says, I'm more of a GT630 guy myself. Yep, you got it, dude. This is the Bitfenix Nova Mesh SE. You got it correct. Let's get that logo on the front. So Bitfenix, I haven't really worked with before, but they make this case for $60 on Amazon, and I bought it on Jawa.gg from Bitfenix. So it's actually they have a storefront on Jawa, and so it's $60 on there, but Jawa doesn't charge tax. So that would have just been $60 flat. But actually at LTX, so right there, I ran into DeathTech, or Ryan, who is one of the employees at Jawa. He was there, talking to people, wheeling and dealing for Jawa. It was a work trip, and he was handing out coupons for $20 off. And I still have it, and they basically look like that. And so basically $20 off anything. And so I'm like, you know what? This is perfect. This will bring the price down a little bit. And so $40 for this case is fantastic. I've built like 10 to 20 PCs in these cases. So this case is amazing. Trust me. Yeah, I'm very impressed. So like you said, MATX. It comes with 3 RGB fans, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, all white. PSU shroud down here. enough cable management, just good. Like, it's just good. And usually when you see these kind of cheap cases, you have like the 4 screws here, right? And that just screams cheap. But here we don't have that. We actually have some screws on the back, so it's nice and hidden. So that makes this look way nicer. Those little screws in the front, they just scream like cheap, like budget, right? Yeah, true. Gaben says the SD's overall package is so worth over going this route. For a lot of people, yeah, I totally agree. A lot of people, the Steam Deck just makes sense, and for some, it doesn't. They don't ever game outside of their office or their room, right? So like to them, the Steam Deck is like whatever. But for a lot of people, yeah, I think it's fantastic. Okay, so yeah, we got the 3 fans. This thing looks pretty good. I think the fans are ARGB as well. Cable managing is good. Let's get the back part off too. So yeah, for 40 bucks, even for 60 bucks, I think this is a great case. I think it is great. Put this in the parts tray. Let's clean up our area a little bit, pull off this back part. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this is going to be hard to do on camera. I'm going to do my best, guys. So I'm glad that this is actually oriented properly. There's a lot of Apevia cases where that's not. So it looks like the fans are already good. Let's look at the back. All right. Man, it even comes with a fan controller already plugged in. That's fantastic. You guys don't even know. Like, usually at this price, these things come with Molex fans. This has a fan controller. Everything's already plugged in. Fantastic, fantastic. Great case. For the price. Remember, guys, this is a budget build. Entry-level gaming PC or Xbox Series X. Yeah. It just depends. If you're trying to make that decision, yeah. But yeah, this should play at around those. This should play at an Xbox Series X level, I think, for the same price. All right, let's get these. So whenever I do this, I always like to empty everything into my parts tray, just so I don't have to worry about it and go like looking for it, and like I just want everything prepared. Hey, it even came with a built-in speaker. Amazing. It's like the tiny one, but you don't get that in all cases. Etherex, thanks for the help. You guys have a good night. Thanks, man. You have a good night. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hoping to do more PC stuff in the future. What time is it? Do we gotta speed this up? No, we're right on track. We're just hanging out. But it's getting very sweaty. Okay, so this is the PWM cable to control the fan. So I want that to go onto the motherboard later. Both of these, right? And I want both of my fans. Oh, do I need a splitter? I need a splitter for the fans. So because this motherboard only has a single CPU fan header, I believe. Let me double check. And so that means that we need somewhere else that matches up with the CPU cooler. Yeah. Luckily I have a splitter. I have a fan splitter, so that won't be a problem. Because I need that to be separate. I mean, it wouldn't put a 1300K in it, but this is perfect for 90% of people. Yeah, exactly. Temper your expectations, guys. And that's what I don't understand when people try to talk crap about the Steam Deck. You guys should know, if you guys are on TikTok, they are horrible. People on TikTok are not they're not sound of mind sometimes. You can't judge an entire platform based on a few people. But I would say on YouTube, 95% of the comments are like rational people talking about tech, leaving comments, even if they disagree with me. Like, that's okay. We don't all have to see eye to eye, but they are like respectful, and they say like, I disagree with that. I'd rather do this. I'm like, okay, fair enough. On TikTok, it is like the opposite. 90% are hateful little goblins who just talk crap and like just straight up say like the rudest things to each other and to me and to everything. Like, it's just a nightmare. It's the complete opposite of YouTube. It is a nightmare. And then 10% are good, I would say. 10% of the comments are pretty good. I'm more of a 13900 KS guy myself. You wish, Ransacked. I know what you're running. Let me get my splitter. You wish you had a 13900 KS. I wish I had a 13900 KS. Oh no, my fan splitter's in the closet. But I need it to run this cooler. Man, this is the benefit of having a wireless mic, huh? People can hear you rummaging through the closet. What if I went pee right now? What if I went to the bathroom right now and just made you guys listen to me? How would that make y'all feel? Where's my splitters, man? I have a whole box full of like fan cables. Splitters. I just saw the splitters the other day. SATA cables, SATA cables. Man, I wish I had a portable speaker here so y'all could, or a portable camera so y'all could see what I'm doing. I'm basically just going through a box right now. Give me a second, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. Where's my splitters? Ransack, I know you took my splitters, dude. I need to organize all this crap. This is insanity. I'll find it later. We're going to figure it out later, guys. We're going to figure it out. I promise. We'll figure it out. Oh, I ran over something. I can't find the splitters, but they're somewhere. Before I sell it, I'll put it in. Bro, do you have really love to hate TikTok? I'd love to see you beef with them more. Don't make fun of me, please. My 8700K is on its way out. Starfield is going to be my make or break. Dude, there's nothing wrong with the 8700K. It's a great CPU. It's fantastic, I'm telling you. You can delit it, dude, and get 20 degrees cooler. Don't bully me. Is that right? Is that focused? Good enough. You have really... I love to hate TikTok. I do love to hate TikTok. I post a lot on TikTok just because I like, you know, they're just different. It's like different types of content. It's just different. But the audience on TikTok is like not as nice or as level-headed as YouTube. They just simply aren't. Okay, so I need to route these cables before I put the motherboard in. Let's see if I can do this without breaking something. Oh, I don't need a splitter. There's a damn built-in splitter into these. Guys, always inspect your equipment. So because I'm using Thermaltake and not the ID cooling, these have built-in splitters. Man. I went off camera for that. Ransacked, this is your fault. You little pimple-faced, snot-nosed 8700K brat. Okay, let me get all these cables through, and then I'm going to drop the motherboard in. I don't like to run cables behind the motherboard. I know it looks cleaner, but I just don't trust it. I don't trust people. Oh, wait. I need to check to make sure the standoffs are in the right place. Whoa! They're not. Wait, yeah, they are. Okay, we're good. I have installed it with the standoffs in the wrong place, and it sure enough, it would not turn on because it was getting shorted. And that was a nightmare. So now you gotta check every time. Okay, let me pull this through. And not gonna forget the IO shield. We're not gonna forget the IO shield, I promise. Bum, bum, bum. I wish I had multiple camera angles. Next time I do this, guys, I'm gonna get a bunch of cameras and I'm gonna have like a full-on set production. And this is gonna be sick. I would love to build more computers with you guys, and I think that'd be super fun. and I'm gonna get another camera, and I'm gonna have more room, not just at my desk, and so y'all can see every angle. This music sounds like the Two Girls, One Cup song. Is this backwards? No. Yes. That's why it's not going in. Because it's... Wait, is it backwards? No. It's not. It just won't go in because I'm stupid. Is there a trick to putting in I/O shields? Because I feel like it either just works instantly or it's like a nightmare. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to line up the motherboard. Get these fan cables out of the way. Nice. Boom. It's in. It is in. I need to stand up to install this. Nice. Now, the real question is, do I install every single screw? Or because it's only for camera, maybe I just do like one screw, right? And then I like do more off camera. Or I tell you guys I do it off camera, but in reality I don't. Come on. Come on. Ugh. This is so hard to do with a camera in my way. Dough. Come on. There we go. There we go. I need a super long screwdriver. I need to get an extension. Nice. That looks not that bad. So what do we think we should sell this computer for? Now that y'all know all the pricing, it's about 400 bucks. What do y'all think this computer is valued at on a resale market? Knowing I don't want to scam anyone, I don't want to break the bank. What, is this the right screw? No. I don't want to scam anyone. I don't want to take advantage of a kid. I don't want to overcharge someone. I want to sell it at a price that is fair to me and is fair to them for my time. Kush, I know it might be different in the UK, you know, with the price changes, but $475, okay, so like a $75 build fee. But you know, we have to take into account. So while we do say 400, it's actually not 400, right? Because of taxes. So everything except for the case I had to pay taxes on. So I would say it's actually closer to like 440. So maybe just bring that up to an even 500. Maybe 550 if I'm lucky. I don't know. Because it's also not coming with like insurance or anything. What is... Am I not getting the right... 350? Bro, I'm not... I can't... I built this to sell it. I don't want to take a loss. Why are you trying to hurt me? Whoa, that's a power supply screw. What is going on with me? I think I'm just having a hard time seeing right now. I have... Ransacked is pissing me off. With his AMD GPU, man. What is going on, dude? I keep dropping screws. Let's see if I can get one down here. Maybe it's this LTT screwdriver, man. Did y'all see the newest LTT response? What do we think? Do we like Linus again? Am I allowed to say I like Linus again? Oh, it's because I keep grabbing the wrong screws, man. Under the bright light, they all look the same. When I upgrade my PC, I'm gonna send my A700K to Jason as revenge for making fun of it. Oh no, dude. Don't send me your free free gaming components. That would be so bad of you to do. Oh, definitely don't send it to my P.O. box and not have to make me pay for shipping. That would be so bad of you. Oh no. I would just hate that. Ransack says, I never liked Linus, but now that the drama's dried up, I stopped caring. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Motherboard is finally in. Despite everything. Let's see. We need to get one of these cables plugged into the CPU cooler area. This one. This one. This giant cooler is making it tough. But I'm telling you, having this giant cooler is going to help the cell much easier. Sorry if you can't see it, guys. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely couldn't see that. My bad. You know, you might not like Linus, but I feel like there's no denying what he's done for tech YouTube, right? And that's why I think even if like you don't like him, I think it's there's a respect at least. Nothing to bandwagon on, so I'm moving on, but I do hope things get better for them. Competition's always a good thing, and if we don't keep each other in check, then we just get lazy. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty much how I feel as well, I think. I'm not gonna mull it over or go crazy or say like, oh no, this is not enough, give us more. Like, I was okay with it from the start. And they seem to have taken it to heart what people said, and so, I'm happy with that. All right, let's get this power supply in. Let's see. I want this pointing down. Yup. And I'm not going to put in a hard drive. So let's see if I can do this like this so I can show it on camera. Right there. This is me, ransacked. And this is your wife's boyfriend. There we go. Nice, nice. It's so satisfying to put screws in. Okay, 2 is enough, right? Right, guys? I did like the Linux challenge. It was some of their greatest work. Nice. I heard a lot of the Linux community did not like that. They made like reaction. Hold on, let me do this for y'all. They made a lot of reaction content to it. Whoa. And it seemed like, I don't know. I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too, for the record. I liked it a lot. I watched all 4. And I thought they did a good job of showcasing the pros and cons of Linux. But then I watched a few reactions, and they seemed to not like it because, of course, it's one of those things. It's like, oh, you had this simple issue? You should have just ran this obscure code command to get it working. And I'm like, come on, dude, that's just not reasonable for most people. Linux is great, but come on, let's be real. Gaming PC, what's up, Pika? Yep. You are catching us on the tail end. We're just about to start cording this bad boy up. Let me move this over. Oh no, my camera. Did I hit something? Let's see. Y'all can still see me. Oh, the USB cable came unplugged, I think. Alright, I can fix that. I can fix that. That I can fix, guys. We learned from last time. Did that work? Focus? Oh, I think I have to turn on autofocus. There we go. Nice. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, at least it didn't restart the entire stream, right? Yeah, being a part of the Linux community sucks because you have to be associated with those loonies. Yeah, they don't like me because I keep it real. They hate I speak the truth. True, dude. Is that scratch on your hand fresh from the PC build? You know, honestly, A lot of the time, yes, it is. I get scratched from heat sinks a lot because I'm just like not smart. But this is probably from a cat. I have 7 cats, so scratches are, part of the game. It's just part of owning cats. Did this come unplugged again? Bro, I need to stop touching the camera. Yep, it came unplugged again. I'm not going to touch the camera. No more touchy. Hey, Jonathan Talks Hardware. What's up, man? It's disconnected. It's not disconnected, bro. It's not disconnected. Come on. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to touch the camera, I promise. And I'm going to focus it. My bad, my bad. What camera you use? I just got it. I actually bought this camera from Greg Salazar, if y'all know him. This is an A6600. I'm still learning how to use it. So I actually, up until now, I shot everything on the channel on my phone. Did y'all know that? Everything was shot on my phone. So yeah, up until like a month ago, I got a 6600, and I think you can definitely tell a difference in quality. 7 cats, damn. I thought me having 3 was a lot, dude. It's tough. 30-day Linux challenge when? Come on, dude. That's not happening. I already did a 1-week Steam Deck challenge. Isn't that enough? That's Linux. What the F? Are these broken? Yeah, wasn't that enough? Okay, so these, I can just plug one into this guy, and then I can plug this into the header so they can all be RGB. Okay. I'm probably not going to cable manage this, and I'm going to do it later just because I want to get the computer done in a timely manner for you guys. Okay, so this board, I'm going to guess this goes here. And I'm going to guess this almost always goes here. Here's fine. This CPU, yep. CPU almost always is in the same spot, so. You can buy a capture card and a dummy battery, so no need to worry about that stuff. That's not the problem. I actually am using those two things. The problem is that I keep touching the cable that's plugged into the camera, and I just keep moving it accidentally because the cable's not long enough. So that's not the problem. If you ever wanted to do it, I could be your advisor. I'll make sure it's smooth sailing for you. Thanks, man. And you know what? Honestly, I think eventually I will, because it seems fun. But I'm so worried about video editing because I use Premiere Pro and I video edit a lot, and so I don't know. I would have to learn a whole new system because I know Adobe doesn't work well on Linux or at all. So I'd have to use a whole new system. If it wasn't for that, everything else I could do, no problem. I already use Linux for my server, and I'm okay with using it as like a normal consumer. And for gaming, I'm sure it'd be fine. But just for video editing, I don't want to have to learn a new software. I might do a $200 PC stream on my channel once the money from Java comes to my bank account. Cool, dude. Sounds fun. Oh, this thing's still doing it. Maybe it's overheating. Oh, am I in 4K? No, it's not overheating. What's going on? It just keeps getting unplugged. Weird. Yeah, I feel you. I paid for Lightworks because it works for all 3 operating. It's just, yeah. I don't know. I think everything else I could do. That would be the main issue because then I'd have to learn a new software. But I think, does DaVinci Resolve work on Linux? Because I've been meaning to learn that. So maybe this might be the push I need to eventually learn it. Because I've heard a lot of good things about DaVinci Resolve, and I'd love to get away from Adobe. but I know Adobe too well, and it would just be a lot of hassle to learn something else. Okay, I think everything is in, and I don't know where the PWMs are. So we are going to flip this over and hope it doesn't hit the camera. Oh, I hit it anyway. And there it goes. I said I wasn't going to hit it, and I did it anyway. It's okay, though. We're good. We're good, guys. We're good. We got this. We got this. It works on Linux. All the big Linux tubers use it. Okay. That maybe I might be okay with, but I would still have to learn it. And that would be the biggest challenge. It would be more a challenge of being forced to learn DaVinci Resolve rather than learning Premiere or learning Linux. That would be the bigger video, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've got everything pushed through. So now we just one by one start plugging things in. And I think before I sell this, I'm probably going to get cable extensions because I don't like the look of these. And I have some lying around. I have white ones. I think that would make this look really nice. Come on. Now I'm just worried the camera's going to keep cutting out. Come on. There we go. Foss Diehard's probably still on Caden Live. I saw Caden Live whenever I was doing my Steam Deck challenge. And I'm like, no thanks, dude. No thanks. Okay, let's get the audio plugged in. Nice. Okay. Get USB 3.0. Definitely need that if this is going to be a operating computer and not just for show. Oh, I hate motherboards that have the USB 3.0 on the bottom and not the right. Oh, what a nightmare. FU manufacturer who made this case. Or not case, the motherboard. What was this, Gigabyte? I hate this. Okay. Whew. Alright, alright. We're good. Let me turn this up. There we go, a little bit lighting inside. Cool. Cool. Okay. Everything looks good. Have the CPU cooler in. I don't have the power cable in. That needs to get plugged. But I'm just going to do the power switch right now, and I'll do the rest later. Is this the power switch? Yup. Yup, yup, yup. Let me do it over here. Sometimes I feel like I'm blind. Is that the right one? Yep. Okay. Sheesh. That green SSD though. Look, it's Intel. We're just gonna cover it in black electricity tape, okay? That's what we're gonna do. Only person I know who uses it is Gardner Bryant. That dude does very limited editing on his videos. I wouldn't even call what he does editing. I don't know much about him though, to be honest. I saw like one video. But yeah, talking head stuff's very easy to edit. He uses Caden Live? That's interesting. Okay, everything looks plugged in, except for the CPU, but that's hard to do on camera. So now we can do the GPU. Unplug that bad boy, unplug this bad boy. I'm starting to get worried. I don't think this GPU might not fit. We might not be able to finish this today. Let me plug that back down there, because we got a big boy. This out. Electrical tape mod. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. He does his media company does too. He has a media company for talking head videos. Interesting. Okay. Will this fit? Will this fit? Oh god. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. guys, you can't look at this. This is not safe for work. Oh, I can't even see. Dude, this is just a guessing game. Oh, did that go in? I think I felt a click. Oh, bruh, I don't know. If I can't even see. I think it's like the way I have everything set up. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. I gotta get at this angle. Wait, is that why? Oh, I have to take this bottom one off too. Ah, it's not a top slaughter. Okay. These budget cases, you have to break these off. Oh no, are those the rip out PCIe covers? Yeah. So once it's gone, but the top one is at least replaceable. But it's a $40 case, so I'm not complaining. Although I wish it had some covers. Okay, let's see. Boom. We're in, boys. Oh, got that click down right there. Boom. It fit. Could barely put my finger in the bottom. Whew. All right. We're back. Back from surgery, boys. Let's get this bad boy mounted in. Nice. Nice. Okay. I need to get this bad boy back in, the top PCIe cover, because it looks ugly. So those of us just joining us, we are building a PC today. This has a Gigabyte A520M motherboard, a Ryzen 5 3600, an ID Cooling SE224XT white cooler, but we decided to put on 2 thermal right fans because it looks nicer. We have 2 Patriot DDR4 RGB RAM that are running at 3600 megahertz, so those are pretty good. The power supply is a Tough Power GX2 600 watt, tier C on the tier list, good enough. And then the graphics card is a 5700 XT from XFX, which is a big boy, very big boy, and I think it's gonna be pumping. Yeah, it's a very thick boy, dude. It barely fit. It's heavy. Who you selling this fine gamer box to? I don't know. I'm building it for fun, and then I'll probably sell it online or in person. We were talking about how much I should sell it for earlier, and so while the parts are like $400, I'll probably, after tax, it's like $440. So I'll probably end up selling it for like $500, $550, depending on where I sell it. So we'll see. But whoever gets it, I think they're gonna enjoy it a lot because it's surprisingly good performance. Oh, does this go like this inside? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Going inside. All right, that's in. These guys. Boom. Man, these look ugly. I cannot wait to replace these off camera. So yeah, if you guys want to buy this, maybe it'll be on Java in a few days if I don't sell it locally. I would much prefer to sell it locally so I don't have to pay a fee or have to ship it, and I could help out my local community rather than the online one. So that'd be fantastic. I pray you don't get too much crap for people on Facebook Marketplace if you decide to sell there. I don't think so. I think it's reasonably priced, and I think it's going to look pretty good. I think most people on my local Facebook Marketplace, they are crazy. Like, they will sell... I will see someone sell this same computer, but it's covered in dust and it has worse components, and they'll try to get like $800 for it. The Texas market, specifically in Houston, where I'm from, is so messed up that all the local stuff is so horribly overpriced. I don't know what's going on. It's so strange. Either someone is buying out all the good stuff, or there's just nothing to be had at a good price anymore in my area. It kind of stinks. But for something like this, I won't get too much crap. What's going to happen is that people are going to lowball me. People are going to say, like, give you $100. And then I just ignore them, and then they get mad. Okay, this is looking good. I just need to plug in the CPU, and then I can clean the cables later. But this is the hardest part, bro. This truly is my hardest part of building any computer, is plugging in the CPU, because my little fingies do not fit in that hole. That's what Ransac's wife said. And so I just need to do my best. There must be a better way to do this, guys. Yeah, when I mean crap, I mean lowball offers and scammers. Yeah, I would say when I sell a computer locally, it's like 95% lowball offers and scammers, and then 5% actually asking questions or like curious about the build. It's kind of a nightmare. All right, let's see if I can do this. How am I I should have done this before I put it in the case, to be honest. That's what I usually do. Come on. Dang it. Oh, I might have to take off the fan. Dude. Come on. Dude, I'm going crazy here. I'm going crazy. I can't plug it in. This hurts my hand. I always cut myself on the heatsink. Please. I need grabbers. I think I should always have like a child in my office with little tiny hands, and this will be their job. Like, they just sit in the corner and they play on the tablet, and then I'll call them over and say, all right, time to work. I need you to plug in this stupid cable that my hands cannot. All right, I need nimble fingers. Nimble fingers, guys. Here, I'll try to put it on camera, but you can't see anything. And it goes out of focus because of the stupid cable. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dude, I actually might call my wife in here to do this for me. My hand is stinging. One of them is gonna be me. I'll offer $250 for it. You gonna lowball me, dude? How you gonna do me like that? Ransack, if you wanna buy this, I'll do $700 for you, dude. Call that a YouTuber privilege. Or trade me your computer for it. That's the video name. I traded my computer to a viewer. Dude, okay. I think this cooler has to come off for now, dude. I cannot reach down there. Okay, come on. And now, this is why I plugged it in before. Yeah. I did not. Come on. Come on. I need little baby hands. Okay, I'm just gonna unplug this. This is absurd that I have to go through this. They really can't figure out an easier way to make these get plugged in. Wait. Oh, it's under the... That's why it's under the screw. Doh. What a nightmare, dude. They got caught underneath the motherboard. I had to take the screw out. Gorsh. 700, I'll use that for the Lenovo and give you my 6700 XT and 87 Cutty. Yeah, dude. You give me $700 and your 6700 XT and your 8700K, and then we'll call it even. And then I'll give you this computer. Does that sound good? We cool? Okay, this whole thing's got to come out. Come on. This is the part of PC building that you don't see in videos, where my gigantic hands don't fit anywhere. Come on. There we go. Okay. Now, I believe I can do it. Look at that. Look how much, there's so much room for activities now in here. Okay. Okay. Yes, we did it. Oh, that click was so satisfying. Woo. Okay. Now, put the fan back on. This way. This should be relatively painless. Well, relatively. Cool. Nice. Okay, got that one in. Where's the other one? Here. That's what you get for making fun of me. Look, I scratched up my hand. I told you guys. Without fail, I cannot... Look at that. Without fail, I cannot do this without getting hurt. That's probably why, because I have to scrape it to plug in things. Okay. Boom. All right, cooler's back in. Now I just need to plug it back in. Where's the cable? Okay. We can do this. We can do this, guys. And then I'll plug in the motherboard. Or I'll plug in the screw later. Nice. Oh, come on. Nice. Boom. Okay. Okay. We did it. It's in. Feels so fresh, guys. Feels so new. Alright, now we just need to plug in the fan header so it can get some power. And then I think we are good to go. The PWM I can plug in later. Let's see if we can get boot first try. That would be fantastic, man. Oh, so here's what we have. I think it looks pretty good. I think it's hard to see on camera, but I think if these cables were white, right here, this one and this one, I think this would look very nice. And I think, let me see if I can zoom the camera out. I'm gonna peel off this sticker because I don't like advertising their brands. So it'll just be a black thing here, or maybe I'll put a sticker there and cover it because it's just all white. And so it'll be kind of a black and white build. But remember, it's $400, so like beggars can't be choosers. Okay, I think I should have a power cable already plugged in over here. Can it reach? Nope. But if I flip this bad boy around. Did my camera break again? That's what a little racist. It's not its fault. It's no way. That's not cool, Jason. Bro, you cannot be racist against white cables. You can't. It's impossible. White cables invented racism. Don't you get that? You fool. Interestingly, Chinese sounding BG music. I don't know. So this was my my first time using... So I used music in the last stream. Do y'all remember that one where we were going over the LTT controversy? And the copyright-free music I chose was not copyright-free at all. That video got flagged 100 times by 100 different music creators. So this time I'm using actual copyright-free music from Stream Beats, and I just hit play. And this is the lo-fi hip-hop. No, this is just lo-fi. This is lo-fi. And so you're right. It is kind of Chinese sounding. It's kind of chill, kind of, yeah. All right, we're going in. Will it turn on first plug-in? Did I plug in the power supply properly? Because it's not booting. So we're getting light on the motherboard. The RAM is lighting up. I think the power supply didn't get plugged in properly, which is a nightmare because it's underneath. Okay, so that's plugged in. This is plugged in. Is there a way I can short it from here without having to actually unplug the GPU? Man. This is the part they don't show you, boys. It's already 9:30. I just want it to be done. Okay. Well, I just want to get it booted, and then we can be done for the night because I'm very, very hungry. But we still got to get that power button. I think it got unplugged when I was plugging in the GPU. So I'm gonna try to unplug the GPU entirely, boot it, make sure everything's plugged in properly. Hopefully my camera doesn't freeze again. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Thanks everyone who has been here from the beginning. Thanks everyone who's come in later. We're just messing around. You know, we're having a good time, talking tech, building PCs. You know, you'll know this is what it's all about. We're just hanging out. So thank you to everyone who comes. Thank you to all the regulars. Ransacked, Kush earlier, Pika Wubs, Jonathan, Technica Vivint. Who else was here? You guys are all awesome. I'm glad you're here. Boop. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, it got kind of messed around. But look, we have power. Whoa. Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, so now we can actually do it properly. So I'm going to put that there. Let's get that GPU back in. That took me 12 minutes to put in last time. Okay. Now I just need to think about... This is like... Let me... Okay. Oh man, I can't see. There we go. Boom. It's in. It's in. It's in. Let's get the power cables in. Boom. We have done it. We have done it. Everyone. Minasan. We've done it. The computer is booting. We've got lights everywhere. Everything's set to blue. I think this reset button should change the color. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. That GPU is obnoxious. Dude, it is. But I'm hoping the performance makes it worth it. Oh, nice. Let me see if I can zoom out without this disconnecting so y'all can get a better look at it. I'm holding on to that cable. It doesn't look good on camera, I'll admit. It looks very good in person. I don't have enough time to like build it up, get everything wired, and do like a camera shot for y'all. But I will, if you are subscribed, I will post a community post on YouTube or on Twitter after everything is like customized and cable managed and everything's looking good, so you guys can see the final product, and it'll look really good. I think it'll look very good. For $400, I'm very happy with it. I think it's a great build. I think it's gonna make someone very happy. God, look at that, 2 That two-tone white. Man, it makes the black kind of obnoxious, huh? I thought like a little too black. It looks kind of basic, but it looks good. It's $400, dude. Like, you can't complain. It's a gaming PC for $400, and it has RGB multiple places. It's got RGB RAM. It's got RGB on the freaking card. It's got a 1 terabyte NVMe storage. Like, this is as good as it gets for $400, guys. Like, I think it's awesome. I'm so happy with it. I hope whoever buys it loves it. And I hope they didn't watch the stream, because they're going to know how much we messed up on it. But awesome. And I'm super glad y'all could be here to watch this. Definitely do a test and benchmark video. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll do a whole video on it. At the very least, maybe I'll make a short and it'll show off so I can just talk about it. But I already built it. So if I wanted to make a video about it, I'd have to unbuild it so I could do B-roll and stuff. But maybe. I'm really trying to... Awesome build. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm really trying to do more PC content and less handheld stuff, because I love handhelds, but I also love PCs. And that's like one of my other passions. And so I want to kind of do more on it because it's what I love. But they don't get as many views from me. Like, my audience is mostly handheld. So I appreciate all you guys watching, and I appreciate anyone who views the channel at all. Like, I really appreciate it. Okay, man, that looks pretty good. Now that I look at it more, I kind of like it. What are the specs? Boom. Easy, dude. Easy, Daniel. Basic PCs for basic boys playing basic games like League of Legends. Dude, Pika, this is not just for League of Legolands. This can play... This is a 5700 XT. This can play a lot of games at 1440p. And this can play Cyberpunk at a lot of different stuff. So, it's pretty good. So I'll go over the spec one more time for anyone new. This is a Bitfenix mesh case that was about $60 down to $40. The CPU is a Ryzen 5 3600 using this cooler, which is an SE224XT, but we're using 2 Thermaltake fans because it looks nicer. This is an XFX 5700 XT thick boy, which is massive, but it's an awesome card. A Tough Power GX2 600 watt power supply, which is a tier C on the tier list, so it's going good. 2 sticks, 16 gigs total of DDR4 RAM, Patriot RGB memory, 3600 megahertz. The motherboard is a Gigabyte A520M. What else? An Intel 1 terabyte SSD NVMe Gen 3. So we have a good power supply. We have a good amount of storage. It's not a 2.5 inch. It's Gen 3. We've got a good cooler. We've got a beefy PSU. A good looking case. I would say the only thing that could be upgraded, the RAM looks good. The only thing that I would personally upgrade is I might get a better motherboard. I might have, if I had the extra $30, I might have done a B550, because that's going to come with more RAM slots and more options and stuff. So it's just going to be better overall. It's only $30 more. So that's like the one upgrade I would make. And I'd buy cable extensions for like 10, 15 bucks. And I think it'd look really good. And at that point, you're only at like 450. So I think it's awesome. I'm very happy with it. 4K Roblox, let's go. True. You can play Roblox on max graphics. Hell yeah, dude, that's true. Just don't start doing gaming news out of the blue like another handheld channel. Dude, don't worry. I tried to do... I don't want to do gaming news overall, but if something big happens, I kind of do want to talk about it. So like the Lenovo Legion dropping, I kind of wanted to do like a piece on it, but not like a news channel, right? So like I might talk about it and give my opinion, but not necessarily like news on it, because yeah, I don't want to do that. I like doing stuff. I like working with my hands. I like talking to you guys, and I like building computers, messing with Steam Decks, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I try not to just do that. Let me see the chat. What did I mess up? You could be a tech channel, bro. You don't have to just do handheld stuff. I agree. I think so too, but it's hard because the handheld stuff performs so much better. And I think it's because YouTube's algorithm has decided that my channel is a handheld channel, and that was never the intent. So I need to start trying to get out of that algorithm because it's intoxicating. And when all my sponsors are for handheld stuff, I feel compelled to do it. for stuff I enjoy, like JSOX or Ugreen or those companies like that are great companies, but they're not making graphics cards. So hopefully soon. Hopefully we can do more PC content, but also still do handheld because I do like handheld stuff. I just want to do both. Hot News, aka UFD Tech, is my primary source tech news. Yeah, Hot News is great. Love Brett. Brett is a stand-up guy. I met him at LTX for the first time, and yeah, super nice guy, super nice, very hard worker, dedicated, loves his family, loves his workers. I think he's doing a great job. He's a force for good in the community. When's the Nintendo DS video dropping? That's a handheld. I don't have a DS anymore. I did have a 3DS and I modded it, but I don't know. It's not as exciting anymore. I think the Lenovo stuff's more exciting. Always use your iconic phrase, my wife's boyfriend buying you parts. It's funny that the only people who know the wife's boyfriend stuff are people who watch the shorts or my TikTok. I don't know if you've noticed that never comes up in long form channel videos, ever. I never say that. I never mention it. It's specifically only on the short form stuff. So that's kind of like the content's very different. Short form is like, I don't care about it. And then long form, I take it pretty seriously. So that's how like the true OGs who watch the shorts and the long form, dude. If they know about my wife's boyfriend stuff, I know they're like a real OG. Hope I can go to LTX next year. Yeah, dude, it was awesome. I had a great time. It was fantastic. Especially I got to go as a creator with Nerd on a Budget, and so got to meet like a lot of his friends, and that was, Oztalks Hardware and Scattervolt and UFD Tech Brett. Like all these guys are super nice, super cool to hang out with. So it was just an absolute blessing to go and hang out with them and talk and learn from them. I learned a lot. I know I commented that on one of your videos on one of your subs. One of your subs was dying of laughter. Thanks, dude. You need the viewer attraction because people have really low attention span. Yeah, it's hard on shorts, huh? It's hard on shorts. Yeah, it's hard. They have really low attention span, and then it's interesting because on shorts are only like up to a minute. But if someone goes through the whole minute and they feel like it wasn't worth their time, they will downvote it. Like they're like, how dare you take that minute away from me? Keep scrolling. And so like my shorts, a lot of them have really bad downvote ratios because people just expect a higher quality. Like they just want something as good as like UFD can do, or Zach's Tech Turf. They do a lot of high quality shorts. So I think they've kind of expected that. And so I could be mad that they're downvoting it, but I am happy that they put me on the same level as those guys, because UFD is obviously much bigger than me and much, just better. They're just better at everything. And so they have years of experience. So the fact that I'm being compared to them is kind of nice. It's kind of an honor, to be honest. I can't compete with them, but it's a really good honor. I like it a lot. Okay, this is still running. Nothing is shut down, even though it's just idle. So that's good. Let me clear this up. Okay, we got about 2 minutes left, and then I'm gonna go eat, guys, because I'm a very hungry boy. Can I sit down? Oh, okay. I've been standing for too long. Okay. What's up, guys? Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk. Next week I'll be back to my normal camera. I found you from the easy $400 build when it first came out and subbed. Dude, nice. That was like my first real video. I hate it. I go back and I look at that video and I'm like, man, this is bad. But thank you. I've learned a lot since then. I've learned a lot of like how to properly light stuff, how to properly film and like get better sound, and because there was just so much errors in that video, it haunts me that people watched it. But I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for watching. I watched UFD since the South African days. Nice. It's because Brett eats his breakfast. Dude, there are so many like little jokes that they have. I swear. I discovered him from the No LAN party, so. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that that's me. Danny goes out of his way to mention me a lot, which I'm like super grateful for. Danny is such a stand-up nice guy. That's super nice. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize that that's me in the channel or on the video, and a lot of people know me from shit posting in his streams. Then seeing him in one of his live streams, and I watched a couple of videos and instantly became a massive fan. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. I appreciate y'all. Super nice. Wait, the 350 views plus desk video having less than 100 views is a criminal. Dude, thank you, Pika. I agree. So I think that thumbnail was just bad. I think it was bad, and the video didn't do well, and that's kind of a bummer, because it's interesting looking at data. I can see that video's retention rate was really good, which means that most people who watched it watched to the end, which is like unheard of for a video. That means that they had their attention sealed. So the people who clicked it really liked it. It was having a hard time finding people to click it is the problem. Like, that was the biggest issue. And that's just how YouTube guys. Hazard me. Goodbye, dude. Thank you for coming. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Love you. But yeah, that's just kind of the way YouTube goes, and there's not much you can do about it. I can sit here and complain about it, or just say, hey, the thumbnail is bad. Need to do better next time, and learn from it and learn what happened. And I'm still proud of the video. I think it did fine. I liked the work I put into it, and so I was happy with it. I like learning new things, and so like every video, if I learn something new, I have a great time. And that was my first video doing something kind of really big, and so that was really fun. So I learned a lot. You need to change the title and put, my wife's boyfriend built me a $350 setup. Yeah, maybe that's what would do it, honestly. I honestly, that would probably do really well, but I try to keep that to like the shorts and the TikToks. I try my hardest, but if that got more views, maybe, because more views means more companies reaching out, and companies reaching out means I can do bigger things, right? It's not even about making money at that point. Like, if I can get like a 4080 or something from a company, that unlocks a lot for me. I could do some really stupid things with it. You know what I mean? And being able to unlock that kind of power and being able to use stuff from companies free of charge, where I don't have to pay for everything, because this doesn't make a profit. Like, I don't make profit on the channel, and that's because I'm still pretty small. And so if I could unlock that kind of stuff, I would be able to be more creative with what I do. And I have a lot of really cool ideas that I would love to do. I learned about Tractor Supply because I ain't from Texas. Is Tractor Supply only Texas? I didn't know. I knew it was like probably local to the South, but I didn't think about if it was only Texas. And that's why I gave out some other alternatives. My wife's boyfriend brought me some new parts. Here's what I built. If it was only that easy, guys, that would be amazing. Let me turn this off. It's so hot in this room. Let me tell y'all. So in this room, I'm upstairs right now, and the AC does not come to this room. And I live in Texas, and so I have a portable AC unit you can't see in the corner. It is currently 90 degrees Fahrenheit in here. If you can see right there, down there, see that little number at the bottom? That says 90. And so it's 90 degrees in this room this whole time. Because if I turn it on, it's really loud. It's not good for audio. So I usually turn it off if I'm recording. We have Tractor Supply here in Wyoming. Nice, nice. A lot of people like watching people being cuck, which is weird, but at the same time, it's a win-win. I don't think people like that as much as you think. A lot of content nowadays is just rage bait, just to get people attention, and it really works. That is true though, for sure. That is true. A lot of stuff is rage bait, and so I try not to be overly negative on the channel, because like Gamers Nexus is a great channel. They do a lot of really in-depth stuff, but overall their channel is very negative. Like, they don't have a lot of good things to say about companies or products. Either they're picking products that are all bad, or the things that are good, they're just very negative about it. Like they'll spend 20 minutes of a 30-minute video talking about how crappy something is, and then 5 minutes saying, it's okay. Like I try to be positive, but not, you know, I want to see them review something that's good. I want to see them be happy, and like I don't just want to see everything that's bad. I want to know what's good too. Like I don't want to watch negativity. I want to watch good stuff. I want to watch people being happy, and like I understand reviews, you know, they have to be negative sometimes, but you should also spruce in things that you know are going to be good. Like I want to see a review of something I know is going to be good. I think that'd be interesting. Maybe someday I'll be your neighbor, Jason. We might move to Texas. Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Texas is fantastic. There's more people than Wyoming, so yeah, dude, come on over. We can hang out, and you can come play on my Steam Deck. Have a good time. Gamers Nexus may be negative, but he really tells the truth for consumers. Yeah, I'm not saying they're lying. Gamers Nexus doesn't lie. I'm just saying that they purposely go out of their way to find bad items to review. It feels like. I don't know if that's true. It feels like to me as a watcher that they kind of go out of their way to find bad stuff. I mean, when was the last review video that Gamers Nexus made that was like something about that they really liked? And I'm not talking about something that they tolerated. I mean like they actually truly liked it. Like they thought this was a great product and we recommend it. Like there's not many. There really is not many. I'd have to go through their stuff again. My friend who's also visually impaired has a Steam Deck. Nice. Does he like it? I can imagine that could be good for visually impaired people. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, but guys, I'm going to have to call it there. This has been a great 2 hours. Thank you for watching, anyone who joined. Thank you for Aries EMS for the donation. That was super cool of you, super nice of you. Thank you to everyone who's been here. Azer 4K, Ransack, Kush, Pika Wubs, Technica Vivint, anyone else in the chat who's just lurking. Hazard Me, who left. Who else we got? Mr. C&D, you've been awesome, dude. Anyone who's just lurking, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for coming. I know I don't do these as often as I should. I'd love to do one once a week, but I just don't want to have 2 hours of me doing nothing. So next time, so here's what's going to do next time. On the next stream, I bought WWE 2K23, which is the wrestling game. And so next time we are going to boot it up and we are going to design all of our favorite tech tubers in the WWE wrestling game. I'm going to get y'all's help. We're going to do it all together, and then we're going to make them fight. And I think that is a better way of settling the drama than any kind of hit piece videos, okay? So stay tuned for that. That's going to be fantastic. Azer, thanks, man. Stream more or I will WWE slam you. Bro, that would not be the end of the world. Come and get me. But yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much. Please, more streams. No better way to get off work than to hang out with Jason. All right. Thanks, man. You guys are awesome. Danny better be ripped in the game. Danny said he's working out again. He said he was working out again. So I think he's on his way to ripped-em. So yeah, we're going to definitely give him... I think we're going to make him really short, really skinny body frame, but like huge arms. So maybe we'll make him like a little strong monkey. That's going to be hilarious. Okay, thanks again, guys. See you later. Love you. Have a great week. I'll be back soon.